Today, we're talking about a really big idea called conscious collaboration. It's an attempt to answer a question that I think a lot of us have been asking.
I mean, think about it. It's a huge paradox, right? We have AI that can write poetry. We have instant global communication. All the information in human history is right in our pockets. And yet the big stuff, climate change, social division, it feels like it's all getting worse. So what are we missing here? What's the piece that's not connecting?
Well, the material we're digging into today suggests that the problem isn't our tools. It's not about inventing better tech. The problem is fundamentally human. It's about our own operating system and finding a better way to work together.
Okay, so if our method of collaboration is the problem, let's diagnose it. Where exactly is it all breaking down? Let's look at the old model that's just not working anymore. This right here really gets to the heart of it. The old way, which is still so common, is all driven by competition, secrecy, and self-interest. You see it everywhere. Countries hoarding resources, companies hiding innovations. The default question is always, what's in it for us? Conscious collaboration, though, completely flips that script. It's about synergy and transparency, driven by a shared purpose. It asks a much bigger, much more powerful question. What's best for all of us?
All right, so if the old way is broken, what does this new approach actually look like? What is it in practice? How do we even get there?
At its core, conscious collaboration is about intentionally choosing to move past our default settings. It means getting beyond tribalism, that powerful instinct to just stick with our own group, whether it's a company or a country. And it means getting past the ego-driven need to always be right or to win. Instead, it's all about uniting around one single massive goal: the well-being and sustainability of our planet.
And this is no small tweak. The source material uses some really powerful language here. It calls this a courageous, selfless, willful choice. It's an active decision to dissolve these really deep-seated patterns. So the crucial thing to get is that this is a profound internal shift first, before it can ever become an external strategy.
Okay, this all sounds really powerful, but it's a bit abstract, right? So how does it work in the real world? Let's break down the practical steps, the nuts and bolts of it.
So the source outlines 4 main pillars that hold this whole idea up. First, you've got to have a shared purpose, a North Star that unites everybody beyond their own little bubble. Without that, you just have a bunch of competing agendas. Second, and this is a huge one, is trust and psychological safety. I mean, just think about how many amazing ideas are lost because people are afraid to speak up and look stupid. This is about creating a space where that fear just isn't a factor. Third is a real commitment to inclusivity and diversity, and the source specifically highlights empowering voices that have often been marginalized, like women and youth. And finally, when you have all that, you can tap into the collective intelligence of the group. You know that saying, the smartest person in the room is the room itself? That's the goal. Now, here's where technology comes back into the picture, but not as the solution itself, more like a powerful catalyst, an enabler for this whole new way of working together.
The source talks about a specific tool that could help with this, an AI platform it calls the Synergy Engine. And this is so key. It's not AI that's designed to replace us. It's designed to augment us, to help us collaborate in this new way, especially when you're trying to coordinate thousands or even millions of people on a global scale.
So what does this engine actually do? Well, it tackles some of the oldest, hardest problems in collaboration. Like, how do you trust people you've never met? It uses things like blockchain to create verifiable trust. How do you make fair decisions in a giant, evolving group? It allows for adaptive governance. It even has tools for diplomacy between groups from different cultures and for ensuring resources are distributed fairly. The whole point is to create a system that's transparent, responsive, and constantly learning.
And I absolutely love this description. The source says the Synergy Engine isn't a machine, but an intelligent field-sensing organism. That's a great way to put it, isn't it? It's not some rigid top-down system. It's designed to be more like a living network, sensing what's happening in the real world and helping the humans in the network respond in a coordinated, healthy way.
So when you put all of this together, the human shift and the technology catalysts, it all leads to a very specific and I think very hopeful vision for the future.
So what's the end game? Well, it's about breaking down the walls that divide us. Whether they're national borders, corporate silos, or political ideologies, the goal is to move beyond those fragments and start working as one interconnected global team, all focused on taking care of our home.
And the goal isn't just sustainability, which can sometimes just mean doing less harm. It's about regeneration. The source uses the word symbiosis, creating a relationship where human activity actually helps heal and restore the planet's ecosystems. It's a true partnership, leading to mutual flourishing for both us and the planet.
So to sum it all up, this is a call for a complete paradigm shift. It's about moving away from a world that for centuries has been defined by extraction and competition, and moving towards one that's built on collective elevation and mutual support for all life.
And that really brings it back to us, right now. The core message here is that to build a new world, we have to be willing to let go of some of our old ways of thinking. So that brings us to the final question, one for you to really think about. What old belief are you willing to change to help create a new future?